No one wants to be a cow. Who wants to be a cow? And I don't know if I want to be a buffalo here and now, but I'll be a buffalo in this. I'll be a buffalo. Buffaloes are great. They're nice and big, strong, husky, hairy, all things. Hello, everybody. Grady Paulson here, Family First Life America Beyond. Excited to be on here today with you. We are going to do our Hayden and I, as you can see on the screen, Hayden Hill, integrity partner, Hall of Fame producer. Recently, we're fortunate and blessed to attend a 4-day Leadership Academy training put on by our parent company, Integrity Marketing Group. They brought in Tom Ziglar, who's the son and Chairman and CEO of the Ziglar Foundation, son of Zig Ziglar, one of the greatest business minds that has ever existed, and put us through the ringer, put us through a 4-day course of all kinds of content, all putting us in a position where we learned a tremendous amount about business, leadership, coaching, how to behave, how to act, how to help people get better. And our goal today is to review that with you and to put you in a position where you're now equipped. And granted, this was 4 days, right? 4 full days. And we're going to do it in about 45 minutes or so and try to give you the best tidbits. So if you like Cliff Notes, you're on the right call. But more so, the goal of this is for you to get better, right? So to come at this with an open mind, to come at this with the reality of, Hayden and I are fairly well personally developed. We've listened to a lot of speakers. We've applied what they've said. We've read a lot of books. We've cut our teeth in the field. We've been knocked down more times than we would care to admit, and picked ourselves back up and went back to business. And coming out of this Leadership Academy, I think we both have put ourselves in a position where we've evolved. And that's always the goal, right? The goal is evolution, right? There is no maintenance mode. You're either growing or you're dying. No one stays neutral. So that's what I'm excited about. Hayden, any initial thoughts about the Leadership Academy before we jump into the slides?
Yeah, I mean, it was some great stuff we're going to go through, obviously, but one of the main things is just like you just said, Grady, it's a constant evolving process where either you're stuck and getting worse, or you're getting better. And a lot of the things that we're going to go through, you've probably heard them. They're probably just, good, gentle reminders. But if you really are intentional with some of these principles and some of these thoughts, it's going to help you so much. And not only, the cool thing about this training is it wasn't only about just business. I've applied some of the principles, in life and with family and in business. And it helps pretty much, full circle with anything that you're going to be doing. So excited to share.
Awesome. All right. Being the light. This is a concept where they talked about lead through darkness and be the buffalo. And the concept of a buffalo, I'm not sure. This is the first time I'd heard it. Maybe some of you have heard this before, but it was like you're out on the open prairie in the middle of Montana, and you see the mountains out in the distance, and there's a storm forming out on the horizon. And there's the buffalo, and there's the cow, right? You know what the cow does? The cow sees the storm, turns and runs the other way. You know what the buffalo does? It sees the storm, turns and walks into the storm, because it knows that if it runs, the storm is just going to chase and keep going, and the cow is going to be in this storm for far longer, versus the buffalo sees the storm and goes, I'm just going to go at it, and I'm going to have to deal with it anyway. I'm just going to walk straight through it, right? So when the storm comes, get into it. And that was a very kind of insightful thing. And so we I mean, is my personal, I'm dealing with taxes, right? I've been dreading taxes and compiling all these things, and just, I should have just seen the storm and jumped into it and dealt with it. But I've been getting emails from my CPA for months, and I'm like, oh God. So the other night I stayed up till like 2 a.m. compiling taxes, because he's like, if I don't get it tomorrow, and so that's me not being very disciplined in things that I need to do. But what's going on in your life? What storms can you see on the horizon? What challenges can you see that you can just hit head on and get through it faster, versus being a cow? No one wants to be a cow. Who wants to be a cow? And I don't know if I want to be a buffalo here and now, but I'll be a buffalo in this. I'll be a buffalo. Buffaloes are great. They're nice and big, strong, husky, hairy, all things. But no one's left behind. And this is, and maybe Hayden, you can touch on this. Society today, the number one thing people are struggling with is loneliness today, in today's day and age. And so the whole thing was go fast, go alone, go far, go with a team. And I thought this is such an impactful training point.
Yeah, definitely. One other point to add is, all this stuff that we don't like to do. We don't like to deal, when someone's bank doesn't go through, when there's a chargeback, when one of your agents is having a tough time, all the things that maybe we don't want to do. Maybe there's, modifications and stuff you got to sign and get the client to sign. If you let it linger, it just becomes worse versus if you just do it, and usually it only takes a few minutes or a few hours and get it done. It's really not that big of a deal compared to trying to run away from the storm and then you're in it for way longer.
That's right. Let's see some Be the Buffalo in the chat below. Who wants to be a Buffalo? I'll be a Buffalo with you. Hayden, you'll be a Buffalo?
Yes.
I wonder if Nina wants to be a Buffalo with us. All right. A couple more things, guys, and we're rounding this out. Respect. And a crucial component of business is respect. And this was guys, this was so incredible. And we're only giving you a glimpse. And so I'm proud of you for all being on here. Proud of you guys for watching the replay to give you some of this insight. But respect, ways to create, show, and grow respect. First, respect yourself, right? That echoes back a previous slide. The most powerful words in the world are the words we say to ourselves. How do we talk to ourselves? How do we talk about ourselves? How do we behave towards ourselves when no one is watching, right? Respect ourselves. Communicate and listen and ask questions. Keep your word is how you gain respect. And ideally, choose to be respected over choose to be liked. Don't follow an easy crowd. Don't go the easy way. Choose to be respected for making better decisions for yourself that you then could potentially influence others based on the way you held yourself versus just doing what's silly. These are challenges I'm going to engage as I raise my young children on, want to do what the cool kids are doing or want to do the right thing, which I'm terrified of because I always did what the cool kids were doing and I never did the right thing. But thank God, fast forward, life's changed. But you want to cover, why don't you cover these last two, Hayden, because they were pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure you remember them from the Don't Gossip.
Sure. Yeah, don't gossip. Saying something negative to someone about someone or something who can't fix it, it's a waste of time. And also, for us in our business, I always try to surround myself with positive people that, usually they're not gossiping, they're focused on the solution, they're positive, because when two negative people get on the phone or, talk, it just becomes more negative and then you get thrown off. So that one's important. Scale trust. Only true business goal that matters. And so, when you look at your organization, I challenge you guys to look and see, with your leaders and your top people, how much trust is there. And if the trust is great, then fantastic. If it's not, then work on it. And if you apply some of these principles, that's always something that you can get better and better, just by focusing on really, really simple things and, being honest and having those kind of conversations. So, and the last one, Dave Ramsey and his companies, he has a zero gossip policy. And so we heard a story about how one of the new guys was, sat down at a table and he started I started to talk negative about Grady, and the guys were basically, they left and they said, basically, hey, dude, you do that again, you're fired. Like, we don't do that around here. And I think it's a great principle.